Hello and welcome to Lady Cece's World, where we engage, educate, and elevate you to be your absolute authentic self from the inside out. I am your host, your girl, Lady Cece, and welcome. Let's get to it. Today, I want to talk to you simply about thinking for yourself. That's pretty much it. I guess I can go now. Think for yourself. See, thinking for yourself encourages you to be an independent, critical thinker and decision maker. It implies the importance of you forming your own opinions, beliefs, and judgments based on your own personal views, your own analysis, and reasoning rather than simply accepting the views or ideas of other people without any question. You just, what they say is, you say, okay, you don't question, you don't ask, you don't investigate, nothing. See, thinking for oneself involves you considering various perspectives, gathering information, putting your detective hat on is what I like to say, and evaluating the evidence so that you can form well-formed opinions and that you can make independent choices about the what, the when, and hows of your life. See, it promotes intellectual autonomy, individuality, and the capacity for you to assess information and draw your own conclusions based on what you understand and what you have analyzed. See, it's important to have this mindset because it's essential for your personal growth, your self expression, and the development of a well informed and independent worldview. See, when you think for yourself, you cannot be easily manipulated by others to do what they want you to do, say what they want you to say, have what they want you to have, because you're doing your homework, you're doing your research, you are looking at everything from every angle. You're asking those that you need to ask that you may value their thoughts. But even though you ask them, it doesn't mean that what they tell you, you will necessarily go with. You see, thinking for yourself is necessary in the world today because if you don't, you can be led down paths of destruction, of evil, not only just in your life, what you do or decide to do or don't do can affect other people too. Because, see, we reap what we sow in word and in deed. And so our actions have consequences, good or bad. But you have to know that whatever you do, whatever seeds you sow, you will reap. Let's marinate on that for a minute. Because people think that reaping and sowing is about money. That's only part of it. Whatever you put out in the atmosphere, whatever you do to others, it will, in one form or another, land back on your doorstep. So it is important that you learn to think for yourself. Yes, I believe it's important to have mentors and coaches and confidants, and absolutely, so that they can give me some sound counsel. But I get to make the final decision. And so do you. So do you. So just think about thinking for yourself. And I think some of you don't like to do it because your judgment or your decision making process has been off in the past. And I get it. Goodness knows, so is mine. So you are not alone. But when you build yourself up, when you educate yourself, when you heal, how about that? When you heal from the past pains and hurts and uncertainties and difficulties and adversities, when you heal, You begin to learn and understand your value and your worth, so then you don't allow people to control your moves, your thoughts, your goings, your comings, your beings. Hmm. But that is a process. But you have to be willing to heal from the things that you thought, from the things that you were taught, from the things that you knew, from the things you didn't do. But the choice is yours. The ball is in your court. So when you make the decision to think for yourself, what you're saying is, I have reviewed the facts. I have visited the pros and cons. And the decision that I have made is a decision that I can live with. And that it doesn't matter who gave an opinion. It doesn't matter who gave a thought. What matters is you may have taken that into consideration as you have maneuvered in your quest to make the best decision possible. But remember, you're doing that for you, not for anyone else. And when you take the time, you'll learn and understand that, guess what? It's okay to ask for people's thoughts, opinions, advice. And if they give it to you and you do something completely different, that's your choice. And you have to be okay with that, even if they are not. Because that's another form of manipulation that people do. And you have to be strong enough to understand that this is your life and you get to live it the way you see fit. I don't have to agree with it, because guess what? I don't have to live it. And I don't have to deal with the consequences of it. I just shared with you that whatever you sow, you reap. Whatever you do, there are consequences. And if you make a decision that I can handle the consequences of my choices or my decisions, well done. Well done. But if you realize that you may need a little bit of help, then get that. You may need a coach to help guide you. Some of you may need a counselor, because there's a difference between a counselor and a coach. A counselor deals with your background, your history, your upbringing. A coach does not. A coach guides you in an area of your life right here, right now. So say you know that you've been sick and you want to get well, you can hire a health coach or a life coach that specializes in wellness to help you get through that part. And that's way short period of time. 3 to 6 months, no more than a year. Because you have to do the work. The coach doesn't do the work. The coach helps you discover the play and helps you come up with a game plan. But it is your job to implement, and then your coach will reassess whether or not you're working the plan. And if you're not working the plan, they'll have a conversation with you. See, some of you need that tough love. Others of you can't handle it and or don't need it, because you'll make decisions for yourself. But that is what thinking for yourself is about. Think for yourself. Do the research. Ask the questions. Get the resources that you need. But you make the decision, because at the end of the day, you are the one that will be held accountable. Whether it be by God, by a judge, whomever. You make the choice. You make the decision. Be positioned to be held accountable. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. I just want you thinking for yourself and not allowing people to manipulate you. This has been Lady Cece's World, where we engage, educate, and elevate you to be your authentic self from the inside out. Y'all remember, be real, be true, be authentic, and be you, because you are certainly more than enough. And guess what? I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it but love me back, and I will take that. So do me a favor. Take care. Be good to yourself and each other. I'll see you next time.